testing, that is the manual testing, as well as the little bit introduction about the QTP, that is the automation quick test professional. Okay, let's see what is testing. First of all, it's a process of executing a program or application with the intent of finding the software bugs. It is like we are getting requirements or customer business or customer requirements from the end user, and then we are going to develop the software. And once the software has been developed, we are going to test the software whether it is bug free. That is, we have to deliver to the customer or end user, whatever who have required the software, the quality that is without error free, without any error. So it can be stated as the process of both validating the software as well as verifying all the artifacts, that are documents prepared by the testers. So the main ultimate goal of the software testing is to meet the business as well as the technical requirements that guided its design and development. That is, the final product should be error free and it should be satisfied with the business requirements. That is the testing. So the tester should have the quality of finding the errors in the software. So that is the principle of testing, manual testing. So we will compare about the manual and as well as the automation. So manual testing is a time consuming process and it requires a lot of human resources, and it is not consistent, and the human prone to a lot of errors. So because of these disadvantages, we are going to automation testing. So this QTP is based on functional testing tool. We have two different categories, that is the functional and as well as the non-functional. So functional is like we are giving the input, and finally we are looking for the output, whether it is the expected by the customer requirements. So if the expected results that match with the actual and expected, then that particular requirement is passed, we will say in testing terms. So in automation testing, we have all these advantages, like it is speed when compared to human, and it is repeatable, and we can reuse all the test scripts whenever we want, and it has program capabilities. We can have lot of scripting languages in QTP, and it will cover most of the test cases, all the requirements, and it is reliable, and it saves lot of time when compared to manual testing. And here is the common testing life cycle. It applies to both manual and as well as automation. First, we have to analyze all the requirements. The requirements is nothing but what are the things actually needed by the end users. So that is the requirement. And the next thing is we have to plan according to those requirements. We have to set up all the environment. We have to find out whether manual testing is required for certain test requirements, and which part of the particular software requires automated. So all these planning should be done in the second phase, that is test planning. It will be done by the test leads or project leads. And then the next one is test case development. That is nothing but script. We have to write test cases based on the requirement. So for each requirement, we have to write both positive test cases as well as negative test cases. Nothing but positive test cases. We have to give input and out should be correct. That is the positive test case. If we give invalid input and the system should not respond to that, so we have to write test cases according to the negative aspect. So then the next one is environment setup. So if we want to test a particular software, we have to make our test environment. We have to make our operating system ready according to that particular software. If it is Java based or it is .NET based, whatever. So the environment should be ready before we start up with the test case execution. So once the test cases are developed and the environment is ready, we have to start up with our test case execution. Execution is nothing but whatever the test cases we have developed, we have to execute it once the software is ready in use and we got the software. So while we writing the test cases, we have to write the expected result. Okay, so once we got the software and we start executing the test cases, we have to compare our actual result, what we got now, and with the expected result. If actual result and expected result are same, then that particular test case is passed. Otherwise, it is failed. So This is the test case execution. So in the test case execution, we will collect all the test cases with certain result, whether it is pass or fail. So according to that, we have to defect their log. We have to log all the defects, and finally it will get fixed by the programmers. And finally, again, you have to retest all the all the defects what you have logged, and finally we have to close the test cycle. So these are the 6 different life cycles we have to start from requirement till test cycle closure. So here we go with the roles and responsibilities of the testers. So in the planning and preparation phase, testers should review and contribute to the test plans. So once we once we got all the requirements, we have to plan according to the particular requirement, whether certain areas, what are the analysis and reviews and accessing requirements and design specifications we have to do. We have to contribute ourselves in our testing. We have to sit with the test lead, and we have to plan everything. So what are the roles and responsibilities of each and everyone in the test team, that particular testing team? So then they may be involved in even be the primary people identifying test conditions and scenarios. We have to define the scenarios is nothing but so set of test cases comprise a scenario. Suppose for example, in a Google page, a Gmail, I'm just the scenario is I want to log into the account. So in that particular scenario, we have lot of test cases. So first one, we have to verify whether the username and password is correct, and then we have to click the sign in button, and finally we will get the mail page, that is the home page. So like that, we have for that particular scenario, we have lot of test cases. The sequence of test cases comprises a scenario. So all these scenarios, test conditions have to be derived in the phase of test plan. So then we have to set up the environment, so administration and network management and all the operating systems. So whatever needed for that particular software, we have to set up all the test environments. As the test execution begins, the number of testers often increases, starting with the work required to implement tests in the testing environment. So while a test execution, we require a lot of people to execute all the developed test cases. So testers execute and log the test, evaluate the results, and document the final problems. The problems is nothing but defects. All the defects what we have find out during our test case execution, we have to log all the defects, and we have to monitor the testing and test environment, often using some tools. We have test management tools. This QTP is a functionality tool used to it is particularly used to check the software. And finally, we have test management tool called QZ. We have lot of test management tools to to log all the defect, to track all the defect tracking, everything. We have lot of test management tool. So throughout the testing life cycle, they review each other's work, including test specifications. We have to defect reports and test results. So each and every testers in the particular testing team have certain responsibilities, roles and responsibilities. And finally, now we'll start up with QTP. That is the expansion of QTP is QTP. Mainly, it is a functional testing tool. So in order to identify any errors or defects or gaps or whatever we call, it's in contrary to the expected result of the application under test. AUT you'll often call it as AUT. That is the application under test. Whatever the software or system we are going to test in that particular software. It was designed, actually QTP was designed by Mercury Interactive, and later on it was acquired by HP. Okay, why we have selected QTP for test automation? Normally, now people are using QTP as a functional testing tool because it has a lot of frameworks designed with it. The first one is modular. It is very easy framework, that is record and playback. We just, even non-technical, non-programmers can record scripts, test cases, and whatever they can modify all the test cases. So record and playback framework. And next one is data driven. So we no need to write all the data driven. We have Excel like data driven framework. We will easily input all the test data into that, and finally we will run it off. And then the third framework will be the keyword driven, very important framework in QTP. We have functional libraries in that, and we have two different views are there: keyword view and expert view in QTP. We'll see it later on in QTP software IDE. and then it supports all the Microsoft products, that is the Excel, Word, whatever we can play around all the Microsoft. No, none of the other functionality tool will help the mom compatibility. So in QTP we have Microsoft object model compatibility. So we have three kinds of recording modes. We have seen it supports record and playback framework. So in that we have three different levels of recording modes. It's normal, analog, and low level. We will see all this in class. It is based on icon based tool that actually automates the regression and functional testing of an application. Nothing but regression is like that suppose in particular place there is a defect, so it is going to fix the defect, going to the developers to fix the defect. Once they fix the defect, the particular fix may affect some other part of the working area in the application. So this is called regression. So whatever they have fixed, it should not affect any other related, any other integrated part of the software. So we have to check the regression. So for these regression test cases, mainly we will use QTP. So QTP designed only for regression test cases and for normal system testing. Both technical as well as non-technical testers can use QTP. We can test both Windows based application and web based application. We have two different radio buttons options available in QTP, one for Windows based and another one for web based application. So it will automatically identify which kind of application we are record and playback. We are going to record and playback. So the main scripting language in QTP is VB script. We are using VB script as a scripting language in QTP. In QTP, if you want to use QTP, there are three types of licenses available. First one is seat license, and then concurrent license, and another one is trial version. So seat license is nothing but it's a permanent license which is specific to that particular computer on which QTP is installed. Suppose if I want two different seat license, I have to install QTP into only that particular machines. To configure the seat license, QTP you must have license code that is given by your vendor. So this is seat license. Concurrent is like we want some license server name or IP address for concurrent license name. Suppose if I brought five concurrent licenses and I have 10 people to work it on, any 5 people across the network can use that license, not particular to the particular system, not to the particular system. We can give it around using the server name or IP address. We can give it to 5 different machines, but at a time only 5 people can work. This is the difference between seat license and concurrent license. The third one is trial version, that is of demo license period. It will have of 14 days trial period. Once the 14 days have been completed, it will be expired. So that is the demo license. So we have some doubts in QTP, like how or we have n number of test cases. If the particular software, suppose if the software contains 1,000 test cases, it is not required to automate all the 1,000 test cases in QTP. Certain test cases will not be used often. It will be executed only once or twice. Those kind of test cases we no need to automate with QTP. Only the test cases that need to be run for each and every build, that is for sanity or smoke testing, those test cases need to be automated, and the regression test cases. So tests that use multiple data values for the same action, that is we have already seen data driven framework. This is related with data driven framework, and then stress and load testing. And for load testing, how to record a QTP script. So here before we start recording on QTP script, you need to identify the test steps that need to be automated. So suppose this is a scenario. Check that user successfully log into the application on inputting valid agent name and password. So we need to, this is your scenario. For this particular scenario, you need to find out what are the test steps available. So these are the 5 test steps. This is a sample test script. This is one test script contained with 5 different test steps. So first you have to start with navigation step. How to open that particular application, you have to start up with that. That is the prerequisite. How to open that particular software. So then open flight reservation application, enter your agent name, enter your password, press OK, that is the OK button, close application after successful login. So these are the test steps you need to know before start recording your scripts. So if we see our IDE, that is the Integrated Development Environment in QTP. Okay, this is your IDE in QTP. Here we have to go to new test. Okay, this is your IDE. Here we go. So these are the toolbars. This is your test flow area. These here we have two different views, keyword view and as well as expert view. All the scripting languages, that is the VB scripting languages, will be displayed in expert view. And what are the things you are recording, that will be, all the objects will be displayed in keyword view. And here this is your data driven framework. Here you can see on an Excel like worksheet. This is your data driven framework. Here you can input n number of test data, so that it can automatically integrate with your expert view scripting language. In expert view you can see all the VB script. So here you see active screen. So active screen area is nothing but what are the objects you are capturing during your recording session, that will be shown in active screen. So we'll start with sample test case recording. First, go to record. The shortcut key is F3 to start your recording. Press F3. And here we see two different kinds of application. That is the web-based application and Windows-based application. Suppose if you are going to record any window-based application, you start up with window-based application and select the first radio button. That is, I'm going to record and run test on any open window-based application. So apply it and press it OK. We have a go to QTP and here we have sample application. Here we have flight. This is the sample application, comes with QTP to test its application under test. Okay. Agent, give your name as agent name. Okay, give password as Mercury. Okay, close it. Stop the recording session. Okay. Now go to keyword view and see here what are the objects we are captured during our recording session. That all will be listed in keyword view. This is your agent name, that is the control. If you go to the active screen, you can clearly see what kind of object you captured during your recording. This is your agent name. This is the method, that is the VB. It all depends upon VB script. This is your method, and this is the value you have given while recording. So Padmaja is the name I have given in agent name. And if you go to the next object password, automatically it will be highlighted with password in active screen. And the set secure, here the method is different from set because it has been encrypted with password. It is not like a normal characters, it is encrypted. So set secure, this method is different from set secure. And here the password has been encrypted, so it is displaying like encrypted password. And then I have selected OK button. See, now I have checked this. All these flows, whatever I have captured, that will be listed in keyword view. If you go to expert view, you can see all the VB script. So what related to that particular keyword. Suppose keep your cursor in agent name and go to expert view, and you can directly point to the line number 5. This shows, that is the edit button agent name dot set Padmaja. This is my VB script. So all the VB script will be displayed in expert view, and all the objects that will be displayed in keyword view, and what are the screens I have captured, that will be displayed in active screen. Okay.
Padmaja, this is Dinesh. For some reason, the only PPTs are visible. The application that you're explaining is not visible on the screen.
Okay.
So do you have two screens?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just have to bring that application in the active screen. That is the screen that you have the PPTs.
Yeah, I have done it. Wait a minute.
Okay, just 1 minute. It says bandwidth is low, so let's wait.
Okay.
Okay. For some reason, I
Now,
cannot see.
are you able to
Can
see
you,
now?
no. Can you okay, now it is coming up. 1 second. Let me
Okay,
see if
okay.
it comes up. Yeah, now it is good. Now it is good. Carry on,
It's
please.
good, right?
Yeah, it is
Okay,
good.
and then shall I start it from starting? That is the recording mode.
Yes, that will be better.
Can I do it again? Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, this is your QTP IDE, that is the Integrated Development Environment. So these are all toolbars, and in the left side area, this is a test flow area, and this one is keyword view, that is the keyword driven framework area, and the below you can see data driven framework area. These are the two different frameworks what I have seen in the slides. This is keyword driven framework and this is data driven framework. So this looks like a spreadsheet what I have seen in Excel. So now I will start up with recording. That is the first framework, modular framework. If you start your recording session, you can press record from the toolbar, or you can just press F3 function button, F3. Start your recording mode. Now you can see record and run settings. Here QTP supports both Windows based application as well as web based application. Suppose I'm going to check test my whatever the application under test is based on Windows based, then I have to select the second tab and keep the first radio button active, make it as OK. Then now you can see some recording session starts, so it is blinking with red color. So recording starts. So go to your software, that is my software application under test, that comes with QTP. Inside QTP you have sample application folder. Inside that we have application flight. This is the application I'm going to test for Windows. So agent name is your name, input your name, and the password is Mercury MARCURY. Select OK. So once you select all the objects, it will be listed in keyword view. I think you can see the keyword view. Now close the application. No need to go in depth of application. Just I want to show the record and playback and how keyword view and expert view are working. Close it off. And then stop your recording session. Okay. Now maximize your keyword. Okay. See, you can see all the object listed in a keyword view. The first column denotes all the objects. The second column denotes what kind of operation you have done on that particular object. I have said set means I have written, I have write something. Type means I have typed something. Set secure is like I have given some password that is encrypted. So this method is different from agent name. Agent name is set, here it is set secure, and then I click the command button, so the operation is click. So here in the third column you can see all the values. In the fourth column you can see all the documentation purpose. So go to the expert view. This is the VB script automatically generated based on our recording session. So you can see here window. We worked on window based application, so it is displaying as window bracket. If you work with web based, it will be displayed as browser. So browser bracket. So here it is Windows based application. So it is a dialog box. So what in dialog box, the name of the dialog box, then dot based on VB. So it will come like dot. Then it is a WinEdit. WinEdit is nothing but the edit button. And then the name of the edit button, that is the agent name. And in that particular agent name, what is the operation I did? I did set, that is I typed something. So the method is set. And what is the value I have typed? That is the Padmaja, that is the agent name. So these kind of things what you have recorded, that will be displayed in expert view. So this is your modular framework. So just I want to show you how modular framework works. And this one is data driven framework. If you input all your data here, data and data driven, it will automatically integrated with your expert view with little modifications in expert view. And then sorry, this is your active screen. So go to keyword view and see See, the agent name, now I have selected agent name. So what are the objects I have captured during our recording session, that will be highlighted. Now if I select password and keyword view, automatically it will be highlighted with password edit box, and then OK button. So it will be highlighted. So the active screen is main component, is important component in QTP. So that we can see what are the objects, what are the screens we have recorded through keyword view and expert view. You can do it. So these are the different frameworks and how it works. We will see all these frameworks and related VB script in detail in for future classes, but here I just want to show how recording and playback works, and the look and feel of keyword view and expert view, and how data table looks like, data driven framework works, and how the active screen looks like. It's a basic idea, no need to bother about in depth now. So we'll see it on later class.